welcome back to GC Sports, and now we're going to bring the conversation about the fastball pitcher, Roger Clemens.
Oh man,
What do you think? Come on.
right now,
What do you think? Did he get the harpoon, or did they not give him a harpoon?
well, right now, I'm just enjoying the way that it's playing out legally, due to the fact that everybody's getting every because this kind of brawl is like they're lining up on side. The barristers are lining up, the suits and everything like that. That's what I'm enjoying. Smoking gun, positive piss test. There's not one. So there's a lot of talk going on. McNamee implicated a lot of guys, and all of a sudden they started running around saying, yeah, I did it, and it's over with. Roger Clemens, what it is that they're looking for the big fish.
I didn't do it, he said.
He said he didn't do it. So I'll have to.
And then he comes on 60 Minutes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they have him with a telephone conversation. I don't know if they had the telephone conversation.
No, that was at
60 Minutes.
no. He did
That
the
was
60
after.
minutes. He had the press conference the next day. They played the
On
telephone
the press conference.
at the press conference.
Not on 60
No.
Minutes. All right.
But he's doing the junket, the tour.
My thing with Roger is okay. You're saying you're innocent.
Mm-hmm.
Palmero said he was innocent.
Oh, Palmero was wagging his finger at the congressman.
Yeah, I in Congress he was wagging his finger. And you know what somebody said? It was that he took too much Viagra, and
Oh,
he did the commercial for Viagra. That was for the poor people. But anyway,
don't worry. We're going to get our people back on the street on another.
yeah, it's just that it's been rather cold, and tonight somebody got here late. I won't mention who.
Hey, they're raising mass transit fares.
Somebody can donate a phone that works and doesn't get disconnected every other week.
Yep, you should hear the
Or every other day.
You should hear what it says on the other end. Yo, why you calling this number?
But anyway,
Oh man,
I
it's a rough room, folks. Let me tell you.
I will tell you this: he better be innocent after all this, because I see Marion Jones, like I said, Palmero, McGuire didn't even want to answer the question.
Sammy
in front of
Sosa
God.
didn't even speak English.
Well, Sammy was in question on it. Oh, yeah, Sammy was.
Yeah, he went
in
he went.
Congress.
Yes,
in
he
Congress.
did.
But yeah, you always see them, no, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Pete Rose, I didn't do it. I didn't gamble. Pete, how long was it since you lied? Because is Roger Clemens going to do the same thing? Not lie? He's going to lie about it for
Bear,
20 years?
But Bear, does this hurt his chances of getting into the Hall of Fame?
If he's found guilty, yeah.
Why would that stop him from getting into the Hall of Fame?
It's not that it's going to stop him. I don't think it'll stop. I think a lot of people will see Roger for what he was. He was a great competitor.
Yes.
Uh,
He did dominate at a certain time during his era, and that's one of the criteria if you're going to get into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he has. Oh God, sorry. He has 300 wins.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I think he'll get in. My thing is he won't get in the first ballot. I mean, you can't. If they did steroids, at that time the rule wasn't a Major League Baseball rule. True, it is a rule that the government does not sanction that people do steroids because everybody be doing steroids.
And you need a prescription.
Everybody be doing steroids.
No, I'm not. I'm not even in that category, or else I'd still be out there.
We think Ronnie, our field coordinator, has been doing steroids. We won't mention names, though. But honestly, I mean, okay, so he did steroids. So everybody else was, I mean.
You know what? This whole thing has ruined my love of the game of baseball because I'm getting tired of hearing about all the steroids. Not like in football. In football, if there's a steroids violation, that player gets suspended. All right? If steroids come up in baseball, you've got baseball and that ball player joined at the hip with that. With football, it's like, okay, he's suspended. Why? What's going on here? Why is it?
Well, first of all, I mean, we made a question to our audience, and we were out there asking which sport do we think has more problems. And a lot of people, believe it or not, said that football should have the biggest steroid problem because those are the biggest athletes, the fastest, the biggest.
Well,
the
why
bulkiest.
did they assume that being that these people are that large, that they're supposed? Oh, wow, that was a good one.
Wow.
No, I was eating on that pork chop that Savannah had there for a second. But getting back to that, why do people assume that those human beings that are very large are on steroids. Why would they assume that?
Because they
can't fathom the thought of a person being that big?
It's for the same reason that they think that somebody who's very thin is an anorexic person.
Okay.
You see the thinness, you think the person's
Anorexic.
anorexic or bulimic.
But you would-
and when you see somebody who's huge, I mean huge. I'm not talking about big. You're
No.
big. I'm big.
Yeah, but
We're
I'm talking about huge, like fill up a doorway.
When you see somebody that fills up a doorway and they don't need to open the door when they walk into places, you naturally think that the guy was, bulked up.
But they've just gotten me. I'm just so upset about this baseball. Let's just get to spring training after the football and everything, and just play
Spring
this sport.
training is almost down the corner, down the block. Anyway, the one
Okay.
thing that bothered me too about the Roger Clemens thing, because we're running up against the clock now, is that phone call. It wasn't decisive. The guy goes, "Well, wait a minute. What do you want me to do, Roger? Do you want me to go to jail for you? Do you want me to go? Do you want me to go to jail?" I mean, why didn't Roger just say, "Listen, could you please tell these people that you didn't inject me with steroids?
Wouldn't
tell
that
them
be
the truth."
tampering with a witness? He's got a lawsuit against McNamee now. They're supposed to come in front of Congress. Now, every word that he's going to be saying is measured now, which can be used in a court of law against him. So that conversation was calculated.
And Barry's going to jail.
Well, they're going to
Barry lied.
They're going to.
I mean, they're going to try to, because they're going to say he knew that he was taking steroids.
They're going to say that, and Gary Anderson did the year, but McNamee did not do the year. That's the difference. Hey, before we go out, is there anything we want to say about Isaiah? No. Never mind, Georgia.
No, we don't want to talk about that. But one thing we will be touching on pretty soon, and in the weeks to come, because football's winding down and
Yes, it is.
basketball is winding up, is we're going to talk about this incredible run that the Celtics had.
Oh, they just lost their fourth game.
They actually is 20. They're 27-4.
And 4.
So I mean, they're having an outstanding season, but I don't think they'll beat the Bulls record. So anyway, from us to you, and to this time next week, when we'll be on Sundays again, harassing you in your apartment, wherever you are. Get a good seat.
Are you ready, Boots? Start walking.